Hey there, Thick Thoughts. We have a very special announcement. We are now on Patreon. That's patreon.com/thickthoughts. If you don't know, Patreon is a platform in which if you want, you can pledge some sweet dollar bills to us every month and get lots of cool stuff in return. For instance, want a special episode every month? Or how about access to live streams? Or just to see what we're working on? For more info, head over to patreon.com/thickthoughts. But don't worry, if you can't pledge, we love you, and the podcast will remain free and amazing every single Thick Thought Thursday. Just by listening and sharing, you are the thickest of thoughts. Again, for more info, it's patreon.com/thickthoughts. And now, back to the episode. So Sarah, before we start this episode, I have a nice vodka soda in my hand, which I said I would never drink because I love my life, but there's literally nothing else in the fridge.
Well, funny you should mention because I'm drinking a Not Your Father's root beer. Cheers.
So cheers to you and the new year.
Cheers to you, Ellie, and cheers to our thick thoughties out there.
Let me try to make that noise. There you go.
I was trying to tap my drink to
the mic.
Sort of. I don't know. Cheers. But anyways, it's like a very small thing. So it's like comically disproportionate. Look at me using big words.
Oh. So hi everybody. Welcome back to Thick Thoughts 2019. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
This sounds like something not PG.
Maybe it's not. Okay, Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited for this year. We have so many cool things. You know,
yes.
We started our Patreon. It's up and running, which we're doing a lot of cool things with that.
Yes.
We're going to get more merch. Everybody should already have their merch when this episode is out that ordered. Yeah. We're so excited for everything cool.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm going to be wearing the shit out of it over the holidays, hopefully. So you guys better tag us in it when you get it, or which you should have already gotten it.
Yeah.
We're in the past.
We're way in the past.
Where it's actually, we have a secret, it's actually not 2019 here.
It's yeah. It's very much still 2018.
It's 2009.
The song of just to give you a reference of time, the song of the year has just been released. Pitbull, Ocean to Ocean.
Oh. But I guess I'm not from Miami, so I wouldn't know that.
Excuse me. Are you disrespecting the greatest song that has come out ever?
I don't you're talking about, so I guess so.
Okay. Well, you will in the future when you're listening to this. You're gonna be like, "Wow, I can't believe I didn't know about the best song in the universe."
I guess we'll see.
Pitbull. I was on Twitter and Pitbull came out with a new song for the Aquaman movie. It's called Ocean to Ocean, and it's Pitbull's rendition of Africa from Toto.
Oh, okay. I knew that he had redone Africa by Toto or from Toto or whatever, but I didn't realize it was called something.
Yeah, it's called Ocean to Ocean. Best song I've ever heard in my life. So yeah, Sarah, welcome to 2019.
Yeah, man, what a year 2018 was. We just completed our first full year with a 20% stomach.
Yeah.
What a journey.
It's been what a journey. It's been great and life-changing. And hopefully, since I'm in the past right now, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, by the time you're hearing this, I will already be in the 180s.
Yeah.
That's if my body doesn't hate me.
I know. I was going to say, 2019, year that everyone breaks the stall. I know VSG Moni has been struggling. I've been struggling. You've been struggling. It has been a van, okay? Maybe not a bus, but a struggle Dodge Caravan. And the last 2 weeks of 2018 wasn't our year. By God, this 2019 will be our year.
Yeah. It'll be the year I hopefully hit goal weight, which I don't even have yet.
Don't make it. It's a mistake.
Yeah.
Don't make a goal weight. Speaking of being a supportive co-host, don't make it to goal weight, okay?
So yeah, speaking of goals, making achievable goals. We should talk about that for the new year since everyone's just starting out, you know?
Mm-hmm. So how did you start making goals for yourself?
I realistically spoke to myself and I was like, I know that you want to do X, Y, and Z, but I know that you're lazy. So what is achievable to you? And then do that. So like for me, one of the things was last year to run a 5K, and I ran my first 5K. So this year it is remember to sign up for the Disney 5Ks and run like at least one of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe I can do that with you or something.
Oh my God, please.
Oh my God. Thick Thoughts takes Disney.
Thick Thoughts takes the Disneyland.
Oh my God.
Disney World.
What if we recorded an episode while in Disney? I guess that would be complicated.
It wouldn't. I have like the manual equipment.
Oh my God. What if who's like Ursula? She's our guest Disney.
The thickest of thoughts, Ursula.
Ursula is so underrated as a Disney villain. She is amazing. She probably also made really great goals for herself.
Yeah, achievable.
Yes, like taking Ariel's voice.
Yeah.
And body.
Like,
I haven't seen it in a while, but
she is a very smart lady. Let me manipulate the situation. I know how to manipulate.
Yes.
Achievable goal. I am also a witch with unlimited power. Achievable goal.
Yeah. I can do anything. Achievable goal.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, one of the goals I think I'm going to set for myself is probably to set, like, an area of a goal weight, like, be in the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the goal weight I'm going for. But also, I want to hit 100 pounds down next year.
Yes.
This next year.
How much... How close are you to that goal right now?
Like 14 pounds. Wait.
Oh yeah.
Wait. Yeah. From like my highest ever recorded, like 14 pounds. From like.
Yes. To me, every pound counts, girl. Doesn't matter if you've been sleeved or not.
So like, yeah, I want to at least hit 100 pounds down. And when I do, I'm saying it now because I'm putting it in the universe. I'm jumping out of a plane.
Whoa.
I'm doing it. All right? I'm going to do it. I'm going to fucking skydive. That's what I want to do.
The sky isn't the limit, turns out.
Yeah, no, it's not. I want to do that. Because, like, I saw, who was it that did it? But she did it for her 1 year. Jessa Sleeves.
Jeanette?
Yeah. Jeanette. I love her so much.
I do too.
She's, like, everything to me. I love her. But, like... She jumped out of a plane, and I was like, why not me? I've always wanted to jump out of a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Or do that, like, bungee swing ride that they have, like, it's, like, the two poles, and then you're, like, in the middle, and they, like shoot you up.
Yeah, like at Six Flags?
Yeah.
Kind of.
I've never been to Six Flags, but yeah.
What? I guess you have Disney, so.
Yeah. I'm like, we have Disney and Universal, and what's the other one? Busch Gardens. I've never been to that one either, but.
Well, guess what, Ellie? We have ice cream and cheese, so.
Well, if I move to Tennessee, I'm going to have Dollyland. Dollywood. Dollywood is what it's called.
Wow. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I've never been there. I've heard it's actually like kind of nice. Also, Dolly Parton is actually very altruistic as a person. So she's like, you know, she's like a thick thought at heart, you know?
Mm-hmm. I love her.
Yeah. I think for 2019, were those all your goals, by the way?
I don't even know. But continue. I'll probably remember them as I go.
Yeah. I think for me, I always say like with like my goals, like I'm a person who I am, not the person that I hope to be, which sounds like kind of negative, which I guess it is. But you know, like there are some people who are like, you know, absolutely playing the game, who are working out.
You're cutting
7 days. Oh,
playing the game, is that what you were saying?
there are some people out here who are like absolutely killing the game, who are like working out 7 days a week, and who that is like, that's their version of success. And I'm so happy for them. But to me, like, that is not the person I am. And I know that I know that for a lot, I know that for a lot of these people, like they've had to work to that goal, and that's the person they've become. But I think like for me, a realistic and manageable goal is to work out 3 days a week every week this year. So I don't know. 3 times 52 is math. 156.
Yeah.
Times this year.
That's manageable. Like 3 to at least. I mean, if you go more, that's fine. But like, at least 3 times a week is fine.
So I think my goal will be 156 times in 2019. And then any more, that'll be fine. Because I'm sure the thing is, when I get in a routine, I'm like I feel more dedication to go to the gym. But, yeah. So I think for me, that is a reasonable goal for myself. And I think, you know, we see all these people who are just I'm trying to think of someone who's like killing the gym game. Mitch Sleeved. She's always at the gym, which is amazing and incredible. It motivates me so much. But I think if you're just starting out, like make a reasonable expectation and goal for yourself. That's my thought. I don't know how you were thinking about like goal setting in that way, Ellie.
Oh no, yeah. Like I think I said it in last episode where it's like, don't not lower your expectation. What was it that we said?
Manage your.
Yeah, like manage your expectation. Like know what is realistic and then go for that goal 100%. So 3 times a week is not crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's 100% manageable. So maybe, you know what, Sarah? I'm adding that to my list too. 3 times, at least work out 3 times a week, no matter what it is.
Oh my gosh.
Adding it to my list.
Yes. Get it, girl.
See, like, it's manageable. Will I do it is a different thing, but it's manageable and I think I can. I'm lazy. I admit I am lazy. So, but yes, like you said, if I get into a routine of having to do something, then I'll be able to stick to it. But as soon as I stop doing that routine, that's where it's like, it's really hard for me to pick it back up. But if I continually, unless I'm like super sick or something, I'm not going to go to the gym, but like.
Right. And that's kind of why my thought is like to have a year-end goal. So I think that's my big goal. And I think at the beginning of this year, the thing is I have run 5Ks, but I haven't run in like an official race. And to be fair, it's cold as fuck where I live. So like,
yeah,
burr, you know, but, I think I need to just like get my shit together and either do a 5K or 10K. 10K is probably reasonable. I just need to, there's not a plentiful amount of options where I am. Which it's a reasonable goal, especially if I'm going 3 days a week to the gym or fitness.
You know what, Sarah? Let's make it a goal for ourselves because the sign up is actually pretty soon for it. And I invite all of our thick thoughts out there. Sign up for the Orlando. First of all, go to the Orlando meetup. But at the same time that this Orlando meetup happened, they had the 5K at Disney, which is the Food and Wine 5K. You get to run through the countries and then you get to eat at the very end. Okay, so let's just do that.
That is a reasonable goal for me.
Let's do that. Let's do a Disney 5K. And then eat at the end of it and enjoy our lives.
Yeah. And I know that for me, the way I started getting fit loss surgery was by doing Couch to 5K.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are out there trying, fitness goal should be for you. I never in a bazillion years thought I would ever be able to run as far or as long as I have been at the end of this year when I started this year. I was like being winded after a minute of running.
Same.
And now I can run like 50 minutes to an hour, like without, it's like, it sucks because I'm not insane, but it's like something I do.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were trying to think of a fitness goal, I would highly suggest Couch to 5K because it tells you exactly what to do. And maybe that's something we can leave in our episode description, like a link to the Couch to 5K program.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just Google Couch to 5K. It's a very well-known training program.
Yeah. We're not sponsored, by the way, by it, but we both use it.
Shit, I will.
I will what? Sorry?
I wish.
Oh, yeah. I wish. You cut out as soon as you said I wish. But yeah, no, like, achievable goal. Fuck, like, the thing is, people think I can't do Couch to 5K. If you have the, like, I can't mentality when you start doing the Couch to 5K, then you're gonna not do it. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's literally like run for a minute, walk for a minute and a half. Run for a minute, walk for a minute and a half, I think is what the first week is, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to do it. Like, it is. Like, I was very much winded and thought I was going to die by, like, the third thing. But, like, I pushed myself through it because, like, you have to keep that mentality in it. Like, you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing it to show off to anybody else because who the fuck cares about anybody else? You're doing it for yourself. So if you can prove to yourself that you can do it, then it's really easy. There's also other ones. I know VSG Moni, which we already talked about her. She talked about one that's actually a little bit easier to start with if you're like really having a struggle running. It's called Start Running.
Yeah.
And it has the basic thing, but I don't really like it past the first few things because after that I'm like Couch to 5K pretty much covers it.
I know that there's like modified variations of some things like Couch to 5K, and trust, like, the name is actually what it is. It's couch, like you've never run before, being able to run a 5K. And I know it's intimidating, but I like, if you don't know where to start at the gym or with fitness, like, you can go outside and do it. Like, you need a pair of shoes and maybe clothes, but it depends on where you live.
Yeah.
That was a joke. Oh, okay.
But yeah, I liked Couch to 5K. I still do it. I completed it once, and then I've been going back and like trying to pick up my speed and do more, you know?
Yeah.
I haven't done the Couch to 10K or whatever it's called because I'm terrified of that one, but I probably will start it next year.
Yeah.
Because I can run for a long amount of time. It's just, again, I'm very lazy. And I have to remind myself not to be lazy, and I'm doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for anybody else. Yeah.
Also, the other thing is, like, I was running at a 4 miles per hour pace when I was doing Couch to 5K. That's slow. That's how fast I speed walk on the treadmill. It was going so slow. So if you are struggling, like, cares whatever, how fast all these other people at the gym are running, like, you go so that you are not like gonna kill, but so that you aren't like exerting yourself too much. You can pick up the speed later. But in all the forums and articles I've read, it's basically like, if you're struggling, lower your speed, slow down. Because it's really about your endurance and stuff. Man, this is a lot about Couch 5K.
I know, sorry.
We both have experience in that, and I know that was something that I set out for in 2018. It's something that I guess I completed it. Like, oh my God.
No, yeah. And on top of that, it's like I was able to do something I wasn't able to do before, you know? So it was like an internal goal, like, I'm gonna run a 5K, and I didn't run the whole 5K at the time that I did it because I had only run on a what is it called, a treadmill, and I had never done it outside, and then like the 5K that I did was outside in the rain. So it's different when you do it outside than when you like
Ellie, let's not discount your 5K. It was a 5K and you ran.
I ran like so a good portion of it.
Wait. But you ran a 5K?
Yeah. I completed one, yes. I didn't run the whole thing.
Don't talk about my podcast.
Oh no, I'm finishing my drink.
I think damn, you're drinking fast. Another goal for me, and I don't know. I think I am extraordinarily upfront about my weight loss surgery. I posted 2 weeks after surgery. I posted it publicly on my Facebook. Every single person I meet who like had known me when I was at my highest weight, and like if they comment on it, I always like, that's like the first thing that comes out of my mouth is like, my line is like, oh my God, that's crazy about your stomach.
Wait, what? It's crazy what?
I say my comment on my weight loss is like, it's crazy what happens when they cut out 80% of your stomach. But I think something that I do too often that I want to improve in the next year is not discounting my hard work over since I've had surgery. Because like I've had this tool and I'm so incredibly grateful for it. And I don't think I could have done it without it. But I also like, I've busted my ass. And like, I say this funny line, but like I worked really hard. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes when I say like, oh, like make the joke about my stomach being cut out, I'm like also in a way my hard work. So I think in 2019, I want to do better at like not undercutting the hard work that I have put in. And like, I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just not discounting my hard work in the coming year.
It makes sense.
Like, I'm just so great, you know? Like, I'm so great. So
you are great. Like, don't forget it.
Yeah. Like,
you're like amazing.
You are so great.
But yeah, like, also like one thing that, I mean, I know it's the new year and we're starting things off in the new year. One thing I love to do every new year, and believe it or not, it helps me, like, it puts a freaking rocket up my ass, because I'm about to talk about astronauts. Okay, listen. Okay, I'm not trying to do it because it's a plug for our audibletrial.com/thick thoughts. I'm not trying to plug it right now, but I just plugged it. But also kind of but also kind of like help us out. Like the thing I like to do is listen to an audiobook or read a book about an astronaut and what they go through in their training to like become a fucking astronaut. And in every book that you read, it's like nothing that I am going through right now is at all as intense as what they're doing. Like physically or emotionally, like they're doing things like I would have never thought of, like, that astronauts have to do for training. And it literally puts like lights a fire under my ass just to like get up and start doing things, especially in the beginning of the year when I'm just like, oh my God, it's a whole new year. What am I going to do? I just read an audiobook about an astronaut going into space. It changes your life, man. I'm telling you.
Do you have a favorite one?
I'm going to look it up right now, but I have like a bunch. I've been doing it for like the past few years, and they're great. So like read books about motivating ass people, like people that have to go through a lot in order to achieve their goal. Like a lot of these people, like one of the guys I was reading about, I forgot which book it was, like he literally had to mess with the shape of his eye so that he could see. Like he had to wear these special contacts because he had astigmatism. So he had to put in these special glass contacts in his eyes every day to change the shape of his eye so that he could, because at the time that he was doing this, there was no like LASIK surgery wasn't as advanced as it is now. So he had to like literally wear these contacts to like manipulate the shape of his eye so that he could see clearly, because you can't be an astronaut if you don't have 20/20 vision. So
Like it really teaches you like that you too can reach the stars. You know, they're actually reaching the stars.
Like they're literally reaching the stars. The one that I read this year was Endurance: A Year in Space by Scott Kelly, which he was the one that lived an entire year in space recently. His lit a fire under my ass this year. That one was like a really cool one. The other one that I was talking about is called Spaceman, I believe is what I said. Yeah, Spaceman by Mike Massimino.
Mm-hmm.
That one, he had to wear the contacts that like manipulated the shape of his eye. The Scott Kelly was like, he was in space for a year, and like apparently sometimes like it's hard for them to even breathe because like they have to change out certain filters and they have to go outside or some shit like that to change it's like a crazy it literally like
it's motivating.
It's inspiring as hell. So like read something about like people that have to like, they have a goal and then they achieved it. Like read books like they're self-helping like that, or like nonfiction books like that. And I think that that's like a good way to start the year. I mean, that's how I start my year every year. And then whenever I start feeling down about myself, which I didn't do when I was in my stall, which I should have, if I would have, it would have been like, I wouldn't have given up, quote unquote, as I did, which I didn't. It wasn't like, whatever. Anyway, we already talked about it in the last episode. But if I would have listened to one of those books during that time, I would have like given me motivation again. Word. Is there anything that you like to start the year off with that you do?
I usually start off the year drunk. But no. I don't really have any like yearly rituals. I think people, I try and just have write down my goals because that's important. I wish I could plug a sponsor of some kind. No, but I guess I don't really have anything that's like that I do. I wish I were more exciting. I don't know.
Another thing I do in my year is clear out all of the negative shit that I have hanging around. Like this year it was, I went through like 2 or 3 different like purges. One of them was get rid of my old books and like reorganize my bookshelves because I read a lot. So one of the things was like get rid of the old books that don't make me happy anymore. In fact, there's another book that I kind of want to recommend. I know this isn't a book fucking thing, but it's called the I totally forgot. KonMari method. Yes. I did that for the books last year. And let me tell you, every time I see my bookshelves, I'm like so happy about them because they're like, I'm like, these are the books that I want to be displayed.
Yeah.
So that was like a good thing to like have. The other purge that I did was of people that I don't like anymore or that need in my life that aren't like beneficial to me. Have you done any of that?
I know that I think we see a lot of people focusing on, we're focusing on our physical health. And I think a lot of like mental health is also removing people or persons from your life who aren't adding value to you. I think a lot of people I think there's a lot of people in this life, in this world, who are not like, you have them in your life because they've just been there for a long time, or even not a long time, and you're like, you would feel bad to cut them out if they are not adding value, or like if you feel stressed any time that you speak with them, or if they aren't giving you the support that you are giving them. And I know that not all relationships are completely equitable. Like there's some give and take there. Like people go through shit and then the other person goes through shit. But like if it's a very one-way relationship, or if the person is not making you feel your best, like the people in your life should make you feel like you're the shit. Like whenever I talk to Ellie, like Ellie just like gets me pumped up. Like,
shut up.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm the fucking tits.
Well, so it's mutual, so.
You think, yeah, you are the tit.
You are the tits too. Every time I fucking talk to you.
Oh my God.
I'm like,
so basically,
Sarah, thank you.
So basically, if you have any person in your life who is making you feel less than amazing, consider what value that they're adding to your life, and remove if necessary. Like, have a little surgery and cut some people out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, to add to that, I would say if you have a conversation with somebody in your life and every time you go to see them, it's beyond draining and you feel like you have to literally fucking take a nap after dealing with them, they shouldn't be in your life. Like, point blank. Like, they shouldn't be. I mean, I'm not saying family. But if they are very toxic to you and your mental health, I would say, like, put a little bit of distance and, like, learn and make boundaries for yourself.
Exactly. I know that for me, like, and I'm sure a lot of people, I used to take on people's problems as my own. Like, if I had a family member who wasn't getting along with another family member, which I know that never happens because everyone loves each other all the time. Like, if I ever had, like, a family member who was, like, having a little spiff with another family member, I would take that burden on for myself, and it would stress the shit out of me. Like, the burden that would put on me, because, and I'm not trying to like I'm a very empathetic person. Like, I take people's emotions on myself, and I gradually learn, and I think this comes with age, but also comes with just my self-awareness. Mm-hmm. Learn not to take those problems on for myself. And I think there are people out there who want to put their problems on other people, or just because that's what they've always done, or that's a way to manipulate people. And like Ellie said, like, being active listening for someone, it's an exhausting thing. So if someone is like, cut that shit out or make boundaries. And I saw this quote, I think maybe Ellie reposted it, and it said something like, the only people who are going to be upset about you placing boundaries, are the people who don't want them there. Mm-hmm. So don't be afraid self. And again, it's something that you learn, and it's a muscle like anything else. But I think it's helped my emotional well-being and mental health so much to just place those boundaries for myself.
Yeah. Like, my friend now is dealing with not having boundaries set for people, and people seem to love to manipulate that. And if you're one of those people that you've noticed that people seem to like to manipulate you a lot, it's beyond important to set those boundaries. Because at the like, when you think about it, like, if they're manipulating you and using you all the time, all of your energy goes into them and not into yourself, bettering yourself. And I mean, you should be bettering yourself all the time. You know what I mean? Like, be selfish. Like, if your goal this year is to be selfish and to, like, do things for yourself and better yourself, like, you're on a new journey, you're on a new path of, like, being healthy all around. Like, I don't know if I'm making any sense. I just realized this, but
you're
like,
making perfect sense.
Okay, like, better, like, if you're gonna have to better yourself, you're gonna have to cut out people that love to manipulate you and love to like exhaust you and take all of your energy away. You know what I mean?
And also, people who are good people in your life are not going to be upset about someone that they love and care about setting boundaries. Mm-hmm. Like, if someone is upset, I mean, obviously, like, reasonable boundaries. Like, don't speak to me unless you're wearing a plastic glove or whatever. Yeah. I mean, but people who care about you aren't going to be upset about you placing boundaries for your health.
Yeah. Like, if people get like, even little things that, like you were saying, like, that are like, don't talk to me, whatever. Like, if the people around you understand that you have to go to the gym or you have to eat a certain way, they shouldn't make a big deal about it. Because I know that there's some people out there that probably don't have, like, a good support system around them. where they're like, every time I have to say I have to go to the gym, the person that I'm supposed to be leaving my kids with or whatever I'm supposed to be doing with, they get upset about it because they're like, oh, you never want to do this or take time for whatever. And it's like, no, you have to take time for yourself. You know what I mean? So like little boundaries like that, like just being like, no, this is my time. I will get to you in your time. Also romantically, you know, a lot of people forget that you have to put boundaries with that too, you know?
Yeah. Like in my relationship, I think like he's always supported me in you know, setting boundaries for myself and also like prioritizing my growth, both like personally, physically, emotionally, and all that stuff. And if someone, like I said, the only people like you taking time for yourself, and I know it's hard for people who like if you're a mom or a dad or like you're working a lot or you have a lot of commitments, like I know it's hard, but like prioritizing your personal health and isn't something to feel bad about. Like you shouldn't feel bad to be selfish about that. And I don't think I think people think selfish is an inherently bad thing. And I know that there's sometimes that people can be selfish in a bad, but being selfish for your emotional well-being and physical isn't a bad thing.
It's not at all.
Something else I wanted to mention is we talk about relationships, like romantic relationships and like your friendships and familial relationships, but also like the relationship that you have with yourself. Something I feel like is so important. Like if you wouldn't talk to someone else the way that you speak or think about yourself, like I'm trying to think of how to say it, but like if you think to yourself like, oh, I hate the way my hips are and I feel such a like I hate that I'm such a bitch and I'm so lazy, or like if you wouldn't accept your friends saying that about themselves, you shouldn't accept that. Like you shouldn't accept yourself saying that or thinking that about yourself either.
I 1000% agree with that.
And I know it's a hard thing because I think particularly as it relates to women, like women, it's seen as like cocky for a woman to be like, hell yeah, I'm sexy, or hell yeah, I feel fit as fuck. But it's not cocky, and you shouldn't feel bad. Like and I know that some people like it's a journey like anything else, but you don't feel like you are doing yourself a service for hating your body, because you know, the relationship that you have with yourself and your body is the longest relationship that you'll ever have in your entire life.
Damn, Sarah.
Because I know I'm deep. Hey, yo. But yeah, just like, you know, what I like to do, and as people like at work or even with Ellie, like or like people I'm friends with or my family, like if Ellie were to be like, oh, I'm such an idiot, I always say things like, Ellie, don't talk about my Instagram friend like that, first of all.
You do send me that.
Right? Because like, you know, people like it hurts my heart when people talk down about themselves or like jab themselves. Like, no, like you, and I know it's easy for me to say because I've been in a place where I fucking love myself. Like I'm a little too in love with myself. I remember like in college and high school, like I was not in this place. So I would just encourage you like to remember like to be kind to yourself and not try to like learn to love yourself, and focus on the things that you love and take lots of selfies and not feel bad about it. Like I said, I think women are told it's like it's cocky to like love your body and love yourself. And like, who the fuck cares if it's cocky? Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm cocky. Because I fucking love myself. I got a fat ass and I love it. Boom. And cellulite? Yeah, girl. But anyways, that was a long tangent, but
you're fine.
Just be kind to yourself. You know?
I have a bad habit of like self-deprecating shit. So that's a new goal next year. Stop being so self-deprecating. I mean, that's just my existence. So
there's like comedy.
Yeah. That's just how I am.
That's fine. And that's fine. I know that like it's easy. I don't know. I'm trying not to get up on like my
soapbox.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm a little bit getting up on a soapbox because I want you to love yourself, guys. All you thick bodies out there.
Yeah. Like yeah. Everything you said.
I want you all to love yourself the way that I love all of you. Like, I want to squish your faces.
What's funny is Sarah is seriously, I love you. Like you say that, but like you actually mean it. Like you're not just saying it to say it.
Right. I mean, I don't romantically love all of you, but like I just think you're all.
But yeah, like if you have, again, reiterating what we were saying, like if you have somebody putting you down or not accepting who you want to be, or is literally draining to you, and literally everything Sarah said, cut them out. Cut out your it's also easier said than done for yourself. But as far as friends go, honestly, from one ice queen to hopefully
to the Dairy Queen
to the Dairy Queen, I can tell you that it's harder for you to keep them around than it is to cut those people out.
Ooh.
It like, because people are like, no, but I can't have been friends with this person for 20-25 years. It's like, I think about it as like, okay, if my friend like was doing a bunch of drugs, would I sit around and like continually give them money to be able to fuel their drug problem? No. Right?
Oh, that's good to know, Ellie.
Like I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, hey, clean up.
Hey, I'm not going to give you drug money.
Yeah. I'm not going to give you drug money. Here, you know, clean up, or I'm not talking to you anymore. Like, I'm not going to watch you fucking do horrible things to yourself. Mm-hmm. You know? And now my fucking analogy just went out my fucking brain because I forgot what I was trying to say. But like,
you're talking just
how to cut people out, because like,
yeah, and how it's like,
yeah,
you know, you wouldn't give money to a drug addict.
Yeah, I wouldn't give money to a drug addict. So why would I allow them to take my emotional value and my value as a person over and over again?
Damn.
I'm not. That's how I think about it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and let you abuse and use me. Well, not abuse. I don't want to use that word. But like, I'm not going to sit here and be your punching bag every single day. So, bye.
Exactly.
When you figure it out that that's what you're doing, then you can come talk to me.
Yeah. Also,
put it on them.
If you have like, just think of the person who's saying negative things about yourself as this little like devil child living in your heart. Like cut that devil child out, you know? Like kick it to the curb. Just think of it as another. Did we cut off?
No, I'm here.
Oh, just think of it as like another relationship to change, set boundaries for.
Right.
Damn, Ellie, we are so smart. We should have a podcast.
I know, right? It's like as if oh my god. Oh, another thing that you can do for the new year and like helping yourself achieve those things is just surround yourself with like new life experiences. Like how we were saying, like whatever's like, if people are negative around you, cut them out. There's a lot of people, at least on Instagram, that I've seen that have quit their old jobs because they weren't making them happy, and they've gotten new jobs, or they've moved town, you know. Mm-hmm. Do something that'll help you emotionally, like a big thing, like a big change, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not saying everybody quit their job. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like
well, Ellie, I did get a nut sponsorship, and by nut sponsorship I mean a nut company sent me like 3 bags of nuts. Basically, I'm set for life, so basically I'm quitting my job.
Right. I'm not saying quit your job. Well, what I am saying is, if your job makes you come home and cry like a good amount of times every week, maybe don't have that
look
job.
for another job.
Because what ends up happening when you have something like that you go to and it stresses you out so much is like when you come home, you want to stress eat, or you want to stress do something, or you're just or not eat, or or have anxiety. Anxiety makes you not gain or lose weight, by the way.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. I mean, it makes you gain weight, not it makes you not lose it too.
I can hear the laughing from the rose bottle.
Just cut out things that are negative all around. Like, start this year off with a purge. You know what I mean? Just do things like that. Like, just purge. Like, if there's stuff around your house, like old pictures, I don't want these pictures in my house anymore. Take them out, replace them, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Make your area nice. Do what's it called? Like, people do the board. What are they called? Idea board.
Oh, dream board?
Dream board. People do dream boards. Like, do a dream board. Get a planner. Like, do things that'll, like, center you and, like, bring you back to, like, what do you need in your life? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well said, Ellie.
Well,
I guess, wait, were we talking about goals? I can't remember.
goals. Yeah, we were talking about goals and, like, just cutting out negative in general.
Yeah. I think another goal in the next year, right now I'm in my professional life. Like, I love my job, but I think that professionally I could be challenged a little bit more. So maybe in the next year I'll get a new job, and yeah, but if not, that's fun too. Mm-hmm. I don't cry when I come home from work, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a job where I would come home and cry, so
yeah.
And then I quit it.
Good for you. Good for you. You setting those boundaries, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, also another goal, not buy as much makeup. Don't let me makeup collection hear that, but I don't want to make any declarations, but like I need to.
I mean, I made a ban for myself because, like, I buy a lot of makeup, obviously. I mean, I do it professionally, but, like, I buy a lot of makeup. But one of the things for myself, I don't anymore, but, like, for clients, I have to. But one of the things I was buying a lot of that I stopped was books, and I was able to do it. Okay. So I believe in you, Sarah. I think you can do it.
I know. The thing is, like, I know I can do it. I just don't know that I want to. I think I need to start for, like, a month at a time. Like, because I only have, I don't know if, for you listeners here who haven't ever seen my face, I only have one face. So I don't need as much makeup as I have. But yeah, so yeah, it should be, we'll see how the new year goes.
Yeah.
Another goal of the new year is to be a
to be a what?
The goal to be a bad bitch.
Oh,
so
excuse me.
I hit that goal for 2018, 2019 coming for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm making goals for the person that I am, not the person, you know?
Yeah.
If you are someone who, this is not your style or whatever, but your girl has tube sock titties. And I want to explore getting not tube sock titties in 2019. Tube sock titty 2019. So we'll see.
Tube sock. I love that. Tube sock titty 2019. That sounds like a good hashtag.
Yeah. Tube.
I think I just want to reach my goal and then I can think of that. I'm not anywhere thinking of plastics or anything yet.
Yeah. And I mean, I think the thing is, like, I have sort of accepted that I may not ever get plastic surgery, and I would be okay. Like, I could get in that D, you know? But like, I think just for my, like, I think like I am in a good place with, like, my mental health, but I think I wouldn't mind some silver. So
oh, I know. Since we're talking about building boundaries for yourself and everything, another thing I did for myself last year, which we talked about in the last episode, was I set up a goal of doing things out of my comfort zone. So if that's something that you guys want to do too, totally take it, you know, do things out of your comfort zone, do things that you wouldn't normally do because you have too many boundaries, like myself. if you're the opposite of having no boundaries and you have too many boundaries, then try to break some of them down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Live life. Do things that make you happy.
Yeah.
Like some people, I remember, I forgot where I saw this, but some people on YouTube were like, my goal for this year was to say yes to things I would always say no to. And I was like, that's good, but like also, I'm not, yeah.
Also, my Prozac bottle is literally laughing now. So
what?
I said, also my Prozac bottle is literally laughing at me right now.
Yeah.
So maybe yes, like half of the time.
Yeah. Like, just that's why I was like, I'm just gonna do things not in my comfort zone. Like,
that's a good one.
Yeah, like go to karaoke night, but don't karaoke, but just sit there and watch people.
I've seen this meme that's like, oh, excuse me, I'm not your father's root beer is giving me the burps, guys. Sorry. But there's this meme that's like a person like runs out of their comfort zone and like touches something and then like goes back into the comfort zone and it's like, oh, I didn't die. So like maybe in like after like 5 times going to the karaoke place, maybe you'll like get a little closer to the stage, you know?
I mean, I sit near it and I watch my friend perform, but so I'm not gonna do it.
You could like stand in the back row.
If you guys follow me on Instagram, maybe one day this year you'll see me up there, but probably not. I'm not gonna.
You know, Ellie, you should say yes more.
Oh my god. There's some people that need to say yes more, and there's some people that need to say no a hell of a lot more. So, you know, if you're one of them, you know, do something that you wouldn't do. Basically, is what we're trying to say. Do stuff that you wouldn't do. Cut people that make you unhappy out. And what was the other one? Set achievable goals. That's the wrap up.
Also, be a bad bitch.
Also, be a badass bitch. So,
yeah.
So I think that's it for this episode. Hope we motivated some of you guys,
or just entertained you for a little while. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you so much for listening. If you guys haven't already, we do have a Patreon. If you guys want to become a patron to our Patreon, by all means, go on there. It's patreon.com/thickthoughts. We'll put the link in the description. We put out an extra special episode every month.
Yeah.
And you can,
for all you patrons.
Yeah. There's different tiers. So you guys, it's customizable as to how much you want to give. But you get different rewards at each tier, you know?
Mm-hmm. And it's just helping support our podcast.
Yeah.
And we appreciate, even if you can't afford to be a patron, like just sharing or reviewing is something that supports us.
Yeah. And also, we still have coffee. If you don't want to be a patron, but you do want to donate to us monetarily, we have our coffee still up. You could give us a coffee. We also have merch coming probably sometime soon.
Yes.
And literally just sharing and rating and leaving a comment on iTunes also helps us out tremendously.
Yeah.
So
we are so excited to start the new year with all thick thoughty.
Mm-hmm.
And we appreciate all of you so
much. And here's a nice cheers again.
Cheers.
Doing it again. A couple of them for you guys there. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.